Rapunzel, a magical tale. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a couple who wanted a child more than anything in the world. They lived next to a magnificent garden belonging to a powerful enchantress named Mother Gothel. The wife looked at the garden every day, longing for the delicious green Rapunzel plants she saw growing there. Seeing his wife so unhappy, the husband decided to climb over the wall and pick some for her. One night, he climbed the high wall and quickly gathered a handful of the plants. But as he was about to leave, the enchantress appeared. "How dare you steal from my garden?" she cried. The husband begged for mercy. Mother Gothel agreed, but only on one condition. "You may take the plants," she said, "but you must give me the child your wife will soon have." In his terror, the man agreed. When the baby girl was born, the enchantress appeared and took her away. She named the child Rapunzel, and she grew up to be the most beautiful girl in the world. As Rapunzel grew, her golden hair grew longer and more magical every day. When she was 12, the enchantress locked her in a tall tower with no door and no stairs. The only way to enter was to call out to her from below. Mother Gothel would come and call, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel would drop her golden hair down 20 cubits below, and the enchantress would climb up. For years, Rapunzel lived alone, singing beautiful songs to pass the time. One day, a prince was riding through the forest and heard Rapunzel's enchanting voice. He wanted to find the owner of the voice, but could find no way into the tower. He returned every day, and one day he saw how the enchantress gained entry. Waiting until nightfall, the prince stood at the base and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Immediately the hair fell down and the prince climbed up. Rapunzel was frightened at first, as she had never seen a man before, but the prince spoke so kindly that she soon lost her fear and began to like him. He asked her to be his wife, and she agreed, for she longed to leave the tower. They made a plan. Every time he came, he would bring a piece of silk for her to weave into a ladder. Everything went well until one day Rapunzel made a mistake. "Mother Gothel," she said, "why is it that you are so much heavier than the young prince?" "You wicked child!" screamed the enchantress. "I thought I had hidden you from the world." In her rage, she took a pair of scissors and snip-snap, Rapunzel's beautiful hair fell to the floor. Then she took poor Rapunzel to a lonely desert and left her there to live in misery. The enchantress returned to the tower and waited for the prince to arrive. When the prince called out, she let the cut hair down. Instead of his beloved Rapunzel, he found the enchantress waiting for him. In his despair, the prince leaped from the tower and fell into a patch of thorns. The thorns pierced his eyes, and he became blind. He wandered the forest for years, weeping. He lived on nothing but roots and berries, searching everywhere for his Rapunzel. One day, he reached the desert where Rapunzel lived and heard a beautiful, familiar voice. Rapunzel saw him and ran into his arms. She wept with joy to see him again. 2 of her tears fell into his eyes, and suddenly his sight was restored. He led her to his kingdom, where they were welcomed with great joy, and there they lived, happy and content for the rest of their lives. Which part of Rapunzel's story was your favorite? Have fun playing.